so cute. Oh, you're so cute. Good morning, guys, and welcome to another video back here in North Macedonia. Today we have arrived in the beautiful city of Ohrid, and this is a place with Lake Ohrid, one of the most stunning, beautiful places possibly in all of Europe. Now today is kind of a chill day. We sort of arrived in the afternoon at noon. I don't really want to do like a full food tour, but I also don't want to do like a full travel tour because we've got a few days here. So what I'm thinking is that today we're gonna do like a chill, sort of very like eat and travel sort of day. I'm gonna eat around a little bit. I'm gonna go swimming in the lake. It's gonna be a super chill and super like informal sort of first impressions of Lake Ohrid kind of day. But it looks perfect. The weather is nice. It is bright and sunny. I don't know if you can tell. So I just got in the city. I am hungry. So let's go ahead and see what we can eat. Alright, we just stopped up at a place. It's known as the Boulevard restaurant. I think that's what it's called. And they serve some traditional local things. I didn't really want to get any roasted meats, but they do have these chickens that are just roasting out here. And I was like, I gotta get some roasted chicken. So let's go ahead. Got a piece of roasted chicken here. The skin looks so beautifully oily, dripping with that chicken fat. Let's go ahead and try it out. Oh, nothing better than some roasted chicken here in Macedonia. The chicken is so juicy on the inside. You can literally see the juices leaking out, and the skin literally grilled to perfection. Got some fries on the side. I think these are like little skinny cut fries. That is amazing. And the price of this entire meal, 200 dinar. That is extremely affordable. Okay, this is just a quick lunch, but let's go ahead into the main center of town and see what Ohrid is actually like, just, you know, for first impressions of the city. Welcome into the old town here in Ohrid, and you can see it's got these like narrow little cobblestone alleyways, these old buildings. This area is just full of just these beautiful old houses, and it is honestly a very quiet, very beautiful place. Like I said, today's a chill day, so I think what we're gonna do is, I heard that there is a beach that is great for swimming right around the cove here. So we're gonna walk down and we're gonna go see if there actually is a beach here. I mean, it is a hot day here in Macedonia, a hot day here in Ohrid. It's sunny, so there's nothing better than taking a swim in a freshwater lake. Well, it's actually not too hard to get to the beach, but the beach itself is quite pebbly. It's not very sandy. But I'm surprised there's a lot of people out here actually. The lake itself, I think, is really big. It's like what, 300 plus meters, and all around is like 95 kilometers. So it is a massive lake. And if anything, it kind of reminds me of the lake in Guatemala, Lake Atitlan, which was that beautiful lake we saw in Guatemala, that the clear water. Without further ado, let's go ahead, get changed, and let's jump into the water because it is way too hot in this Macedonian heat. One of the coolest things about Lake Ohrid is that it is a very cold lake year-round, which means that on a hot summer day here in Macedonia, this is like the perfect place to chill out. And the water, oh man, it's so clear, it's so cool, it's so refreshing. I feel like this is the ocean, but it's completely fresh water. Like, you don't feel any salt at all, and that's the best part. So when I go up, there's not going to be salt crystals stuck to my arms and legs. It's going to be completely clear, clean water. The interesting thing is that I heard that here in Ohrid, you can actually drink the water from the tap, because it either comes from the lake or it comes from rivers that come, you know, from the mountains. So it's really fresh water, which is great. So you don't really need to filter the water over here, but nonetheless, oh, this lake is beautiful. It's cool, it's refreshing, and it is just all shades of blue. Now Lake Ohrid is one of the most refreshing lakes ever. I tried to tell you guys in the lake, but I think my GoPro was completely muffled by the water. In the summer when you're here and it's hot, like 30+ degrees, the water is refreshingly cold. It is the best temperature to jump in. It's not really deep near the shore. I mean, that's the point of a shore, but it actually gets quite deep later if you swim farther in to the lake. But you can see there are little fishies that are actually swimming right here in the lake. But the color is just blue, different shades of blue. Even when you're swimming in the water, it's like you can literally see the shades, the different colors of blue that are in here. Flying the drone, you can see there is this massive cliff that is right behind me. Now this cliff is sort of like this sort of elevated area. You've got some churches and things that we're gonna see tomorrow here in the city of Ohrid. But I mean, look at this beach. It's incredible. The blue water is just crazy. And for me, the refreshing. It's so refreshing. It's so cold, and a hot day today here in Ohrid. It is literally the perfect temperature. So cute. Aren't you adorable? Aren't you just adorable? I did not realize that there were so many adorable little cats here in Ohrid. They're like everywhere. I mean, there's like two. I don't know if you can see. They're just literally right there. They are the cutest all along the little tiny little narrow alleyways. They're just everywhere you go, everywhere you walk. There's gonna be like a couple little kittens in the middle of the street, but we've just got our stuff. We're gonna climb up a little bit because there is supposed to be a really nice viewpoint, which I'm really excited to show you guys. And the sun is slowly starting to set, so we're gonna make our way up and just take a quick hike up to this sort of little platform in the sort of coastal area of Ohrid. Now, I haven't come to the spot that I actually want to come for sunset, but we just made it down here by the lakeside. I think you can probably see for yourself the lake is literally right behind me. You've got the boats here. But there's this church. There's like a tiny little church that's located right along the cliffside and literally right next to the lake. The thing is, there's so many of these little churches that are just dotted around the lake, dotted around Ohrid, and they're like these tiny old churches. I mean, you can look at it by itself. This is not a new church. This is a really old church, and it's just so peaceful. I mean, you've got the boats that are right behind me. You've got the lake, which is some of the clearest water you're ever going to find. I don't know, I'm loving Ohrid. I'm honestly loving Ohrid, and I've only been here for a few hours, but this might be one of my favorite places in all of Eastern Europe right now. But we're gonna go ahead and hike back up to the main road, and from there, we're gonna keep going forward. When you look at photos of Lake Ohrid, the most popular and the most typical photo is probably a photo where there's this church that's located on a cliff, and then there's like beautiful blue water that follows behind it. Well, the church right behind me is that emblematic church of Ohrid, and it's the name of the church is called the Church of St. John, and it is a beautiful church. Now the viewpoint is up there, and we're going to see that later. But first, let's go inside and see the church itself, because it is the main symbol here in Ohrid. It's possibly even the symbol of Macedonia. And like I've said, here at Ohrid, there are just tons and hundreds of churches just dotted everywhere in the town. So let's go inside and see what it is. To enter the church, you have to pay a €3 entrance fee, and you're not allowed to film anything. So I didn't really feel like paying €3 just to see a church. I'm not sure if it's worth it, especially considering a boat tour around the lake is like double that price, and you're just paying to go in to see a tiny little church with beautiful frescoes. But still, I don't know if it's worth it. The church is really, really small, and it's really, really old. I think this is one of the churches, I mean, so I heard that there are a bunch of churches in Ohrid, and a lot of them have been around for hundreds and hundreds of years, and this is definitely one of them. It's built basically on this like pavilion that's like elevated above the level of the lake. Like you can see, we're currently at the level of the top of the cliffs, which you can see right behind me, and basically you get a beautiful view of Lake Ohrid from the church itself, but you're supposed to get an even better view from up there, so we're gonna go ahead and hike up there now. But nonetheless, this is an amazing, amazing view. You can literally see the mountains right behind me. I feel like this is something out of Lake Atitlan in Guatemala because it is just incredible. Oh, you're so cute. Oh, you're so cute. Well, of course, now that we are here in Ohrid, we got to take that beautiful, Instagrammable, emblematic photo of Ohrid, and that view, that is the view right behind me. You can see the Church of St. John right there, and behind it, the entire lake just spread out across all this area. The visibility today is actually incredible. You can actually see all the way past onto the other side of the lake. And the thing is, over there, all the way over there, is Albania. The lake is sort of divided between Macedonia and Albania, and somewhere over there is Albanian land. But this view, I don't think it gets better than that. That is honestly just beautiful. Up here, you can actually see there's like a little, like a forest, like you got trees and everything right behind me. But the view behind me, that is what you really come for. We're gonna be chilling here for sunset, but I'm just gonna enjoy it here. I've got a couple dogs that are just enjoying the dirt and the mud and everything, but this is the chill sort of sunset vibe that I love about Ohrid, and we're just going to enjoy this view right behind me. Now, there are lots of sunsets in the world, but that has to be one of the most amazing sunsets ever. Literally, the lake is behind me. You've got a centuries old church in front of me, and you've got the sun setting right behind those mountains. I don't know what it is about Macedonia, but this country, it's beautiful. It is honestly just stunning, and I think you can see from the drone shots that this place is incredible. Okay, well, we finished our sunset viewing here from the top of Lake Ohrid. Let's go ahead and head back into the city for some food. All right, well, for dinner, like I said, gyro. And we got to a place which is called Mr. Popo, I forgot the name, but they serve some pretty good gyros, and they are like massively like cooked on there. It is insane. I got wine with pork simply because chicken is currently unavailable because they are currently making they're still cooking the chicken ones. But let's go ahead, without further ado, give it a try. Oh, that pork, that is cooked perfectly. Literally, if you look at the doner itself, it is like the most beautiful, juicy, char-grilled pork. The flavor on it, it's very, very well marinated, very, very well seasoned. That is delicious. The mustard adds a little bit of spice, which I love. And the ketchup, the perfect amount of like ketchup-y, tomatoey sweetness to accompany it all. That is delicious. That is really, really good. That is as good as it gets. But anyways, that's what I'm having here for dinner here at Lake Ohrid. My first impressions of this city is that it is beautiful. It's great. It is a little bit touristy, but I think that it's not overly touristy, and I think you can still enjoy yourself here in Ohrid, which is very important. It's not bad that it's touristy. In fact, I think it's great that it has tourists, and I think rightfully so it should have tourists. And the place is just amazing. It is honestly beautiful. The town is beautiful. It's small, it's quaint, and from what I saw today, it's got some of the best like clear water I've seen in Eastern Europe. But tomorrow we're gonna explore more of Lake Ohrid, so definitely stay tuned. Subscribe if you enjoyed this video and give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys on the next video here from Ohrid. All right, that's it. See you guys later. Bye, guys.